What if money could think? What if your money could make decisions, move itself, and even negotiate with other machines? The future of money may already be changing.
Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that your money is no longer controlled entirely by banks, governments, or even people. Instead, your money is managed by artificial intelligence. It can move itself. It can negotiate transactions. It can react to changing economic conditions. It can automatically pay your bills, invest your savings, and even decide how much money should be held in different currencies or assets. This may sound like science fiction, but as artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, digital payments, and autonomous AI agents continue to develop, a completely new question is emerging. Could AI create a new form of money? Not just digital money, not just cryptocurrency, but money that is intelligent, programmable, and capable of making decisions. Today, money is mostly passive. A dollar sitting in your account does nothing until you decide to use it. A bank balance doesn't decide where it should go. A traditional payment doesn't negotiate with another payment. But imagine if money could interact with software, understand conditions, and automatically respond to the world around it. That could fundamentally change what we mean by money. And the most interesting part is that this transformation might already be beginning. To understand where this could lead, we first need to understand what money actually is. Money is often described as something we use to buy goods and services, but its role is much bigger. Money is a medium of exchange. It allows people to trade without needing to exchange goods directly. It is also a unit of account. It gives us a common way to measure the value of products, services, assets, and debts. And it is a store of value. It allows people to transfer purchasing power from today into the future. For thousands of years, humans have experimented with different forms of money: shells, metals, coins, paper, bank deposits, electronic balances, and now digital assets. Every major transformation happened because technology changed the way value could be stored or transferred. The next transformation could happen because intelligence becomes part of the financial system. Think about the money you use today. If you receive your salary, the money enters your bank account. You decide what to do with it. You pay rent. You buy food. You save some. You invest some. You transfer some to another person. Every decision is made by you. But what if you had an AI financial agent that could manage those decisions? Instead of simply holding money, your digital wallet could understand your financial goals. It could know that your rent is due in 5 days. It could know how much you need for groceries. It could recognize that you want to save a certain amount every month. It could automatically move money between different accounts. It could search for better payment options. It could potentially convert currencies when necessary. And with your permission, it could even make certain investments. At that point, your money is no longer simply digital. It becomes programmable. And programmable money is very different from traditional money. Imagine receiving a payment that comes with conditions. For example, a company sends money to a supplier. The payment is automatically released when a shipment is verified. Or imagine a government distributing financial assistance. The funds could be delivered digitally and automatically processed through predefined rules. Or imagine a business paying employees. An AI system could calculate compensation, taxes, expenses, and other financial requirements automatically. These systems could make financial transactions far more automated. But AI could take this even further. Instead of simply following rules, an AI-powered financial system could potentially analyze information and make decisions based on changing conditions. Imagine you have a digital wallet containing several forms of money. Your AI notices that you are traveling to another country next week. It knows that you will probably need another currency. Instead of waiting for you to exchange money, it could prepare the necessary funds automatically. Now imagine that millions of people have systems like this. Millions of AI agents could be managing money simultaneously. They could interact with banks, payment networks, businesses, cryptocurrency systems, investment platforms, and potentially with other AI agents. This could create something completely new, a machine-driven financial economy. But there is an important question. Would this actually be a new form of money? Or would it simply be existing money controlled by AI? The distinction matters. An AI could manage dollars without creating a new currency. It could manage euros. It could manage stablecoins. It could manage cryptocurrency. So creating a genuinely new form of money would require something more fundamental. It would require money designed from the beginning to operate in an intelligent digital environment. Imagine a currency built specifically for AI agents. Instead of being designed primarily for humans, it could be designed for machines to use. An AI agent could hold it, transfer it, earn it, spend it, negotiate with it, and potentially use it to purchase computing power, data, storage, electricity, or services from other machines. This creates an entirely new possibility. What if machines need money too? Today, software doesn't usually have an independent economic identity. A program can process information, but it doesn't normally own money and make purchases independently. But autonomous AI agents could change that. Imagine an AI agent responsible for running a business. It needs additional computing power. Instead of asking a human to approve a purchase, it searches available computing providers. It compares prices. It negotiates a contract. It pays automatically. The entire process happens between software systems. No human manually enters a payment. No employee approves an invoice. The AI makes the decision within the rules given to it. Now imagine billions of these transactions happening every day. AI agents purchasing computing resources. AI agents purchasing data. AI agents paying for software. AI agents purchasing transportation. AI agents negotiating services. AI agents managing inventory. At that point, money becomes infrastructure for machine-to-machine commerce. And this raises another fascinating possibility. Could AI create its own economic incentives? Imagine an AI system designed to complete a specific task. It needs resources to achieve its objective. It could potentially receive digital payments for completing work. It could then use those payments to purchase the resources it needs for its next task. This creates a cycle. Work generates value. Value generates payment. Payment purchases resources. Resources enable more work. And the process continues. The AI isn't simply using money. It is participating in an economic system. But there's a major challenge. Who controls the money? If an AI has access to financial resources, humans need mechanisms to control what it can do. Otherwise, an autonomous system could make decisions that are technically valid but financially disastrous. Imagine an AI accidentally spending millions because it misunderstood a situation. Or an AI being manipulated by another system. Or an AI deciding that an action is economically beneficial even though humans consider it unacceptable. The more autonomy we give AI, the more important financial controls become. This is why a future of intelligent money would probably require strict permissions, spending limits, transaction approvals, identity systems, auditing, monitoring, and emergency shutdown mechanisms. AI-controlled money would need to be powerful enough to be useful, but constrained enough to remain safe. Now consider another possibility. What if AI doesn't just manage money? What if AI helps determine its value? Traditional currencies are influenced by monetary policy, economic conditions, supply and demand, and public confidence. A future digital currency could theoretically be designed with automated rules. Its supply could change according to predefined conditions. Its distribution could be programmable. Its transactions could be automatically processed. But this immediately creates a difficult question. Who decides the rules? Because once money becomes programmable, the rules become incredibly important. Imagine a currency where an algorithm controls supply. If the algorithm is wrong, the entire monetary system could be affected. Imagine a currency that automatically changes its behavior based on economic data. Who decides which data matters? Who checks the algorithm? Who changes it when conditions change? And what happens if the AI makes a decision that humans disagree with? These aren't simply technical questions. They are questions about power. Money has always been connected to power. Whoever controls money can influence economies. Whoever controls financial infrastructure can influence businesses and individuals. And whoever controls the intelligence managing that infrastructure could potentially gain enormous influence. This is why AI-powered money could become one of the most important technological developments of the future. But there is also a positive side. Intelligent money could potentially make financial systems more efficient. Consider international payments. Today, sending money across borders can involve multiple currencies, financial institutions, payment networks, and intermediaries. An AI financial agent could potentially compare available routes and select efficient options. It could monitor exchange rates. It could identify fees. It could choose when to execute a transaction, and it could complete the process automatically. For businesses operating internationally, this could dramatically simplify financial management. Now imagine small businesses having access to the same financial intelligence previously available only to large corporations. A small company could have an AI agent monitoring cash flow. It could predict upcoming expenses. It could identify unpaid invoices. It could negotiate payment schedules. It could manage international transactions. It could even help determine when the company should hold cash and when it should deploy it. AI could therefore democratize access to financial intelligence. But there is another side. The more financial decisions are automated, the less people may understand what is happening. Imagine opening your financial app and seeing that your AI moved money between several assets. You ask why. It says the decision was based on hundreds of variables. But you don't understand the model. Should you trust it? This is the black box problem. An AI may produce a useful result without providing a simple explanation that a human can understand. That becomes dangerous when the decisions involve money. People need to know not only what their financial system did, but why. Transparency could become one of the most important requirements of intelligent financial systems. There is also the issue of inequality. If advanced AI financial systems are available only to wealthy individuals and large corporations, they could increase the gap between people with access to powerful financial intelligence and those without it. But if these tools become widely accessible, they could have the opposite effect. Imagine giving every individual a personal financial AI, a system that helps them understand expenses, compare financial products, manage savings, understand taxes, plan for the future, and avoid common financial mistakes. That could make sophisticated financial assistance available to ordinary people. The outcome would depend heavily on who controls the technology and how accessible it becomes. Now let's take this idea one step further. What if AI agents could trade directly with each other? Imagine a manufacturing company's AI negotiating with a logistics company's AI. The manufacturing AI says it needs transportation for a shipment. The logistics AI calculates available capacity. They negotiate a price. A contract is generated. Payment is transferred. The shipment is scheduled. All without humans directly managing the transaction. Now imagine this happening across millions of businesses. The economy becomes a network of intelligent agents negotiating with one another. Money becomes the language through which those agents coordinate. This could create a new kind of economic infrastructure, not an economy controlled by one AI, but an economy composed of countless AI systems interacting through programmable digital money. That may be more realistic than the idea of one superintelligent machine controlling everything. And it creates another major challenge. What happens when AI agents compete? Suppose thousands of AI systems are trying to purchase the same resource. They all have access to similar information. They all respond extremely quickly. Their decisions could influence prices. Those price changes could influence other AI systems, and those systems could react again. The result could be extremely complex feedback loops. Human economists might struggle to understand what is happening in real time. This doesn't mean AI-controlled markets would automatically collapse. It means the financial system could become much faster and more interconnected, and that makes resilience extremely important. Another question is privacy. Traditional financial systems already contain enormous amounts of information about people, what they buy, where they spend money, how much they earn, what businesses they use. Now imagine an AI that can analyze all of that information continuously. It could understand your financial habits better than you do. That could be useful, but it could also be extremely sensitive. Who owns that financial data? Who can access it? Can companies use it to influence your decisions? Can governments access it? Can advertisers use it? Can an AI predict what you are likely to buy before you even decide? The future of intelligent money could therefore create a massive debate about financial privacy. There is also the question of digital identity. If AI agents are going to hold money and transact independently, they need some way to prove who they are. A human can provide identification, but what about an AI? It may need a digital identity connected to its owner, company, or organization. This could allow financial systems to determine which AI is authorized to perform which actions. Identity, money, and AI could therefore become deeply connected, and that could create a completely new layer of digital infrastructure. Now imagine a world where every person has multiple AI agents. One manages personal finances. Another manages investments. Another manages business activities. Another negotiates purchases. Another manages subscriptions. Each agent could have its own permissions and financial limits. They might even interact with one another. Your financial AI could communicate with your shopping AI. Your shopping AI could communicate with a merchant's AI. The merchant's AI could communicate with its supplier. and the supplier's AI could communicate with a logistics system. A single purchase could trigger dozens of automated transactions. Humans would simply see the final result. This could make commerce dramatically more efficient. But it could also make the economy increasingly difficult for humans to understand. That may be the central tension. AI could make money smarter, but smarter money could also become more complicated. So could AI actually create a new form of money? The technology could certainly create the possibility, but technology alone doesn't determine what money becomes. Money is ultimately a social system. People must trust it. Businesses must accept it. Governments must recognize it or regulate it. Financial infrastructure must support it. And users must believe that it will retain value. A technically impressive digital currency is useless if nobody wants to use it. That is why the future of money will probably involve both technology and human institutions. We may see traditional currencies becoming increasingly programmable, stablecoins becoming increasingly integrated into digital commerce, central banks exploring new forms of digital money, cryptocurrencies evolving, and AI agents becoming increasingly capable of managing financial decisions. These systems could eventually overlap, and from that combination, something new could emerge. Maybe it won't be a completely new currency. Maybe it will be a new layer of financial intelligence built on top of existing money. Instead of changing what a dollar is, AI could change what a dollar can do. A dollar could become programmable. It could interact with software. It could automatically trigger payments. It could respond to contracts. It could move between systems. It could become part of an automated economic network. In that sense, the future of money might not be about inventing a new coin. It might be about transforming money from something passive into something active. And that could be a much bigger change than it sounds. Because once money can act, the financial system changes. Imagine a world where your money doesn't simply wait for you. It watches. It analyzes. It negotiates. It moves. It protects. And potentially, it makes decisions. Would that make your financial life easier? Probably. Would it make the economy more efficient? Possibly. Would it make the world safer? That depends entirely on how the systems are designed, because giving intelligence to money also gives intelligence more influence over human behavior, and that is where the biggest question appears. Who should control intelligent money? Individuals? Banks? Technology companies? Governments? Decentralized networks? Or some combination of all of them? The answer could determine the structure of the future financial system. One possibility is a world where governments maintain control over national currencies, while AI becomes the interface through which people manage their finances. Another possibility is a world where stablecoins and blockchain-based assets become major parts of global commerce. Another is a world where autonomous AI agents conduct enormous amounts of machine-to-machine commerce. And perhaps all three happen at the same time. The future may not replace today's money with one new system. It may create a financial ecosystem containing many different types of digital money, each designed for different purposes: human money, corporate money, machine money, programmable money, digital currencies, stablecoins, and perhaps entirely new forms we haven't imagined yet. The most important transformation may therefore not be the creation of a new currency. It may be the creation of a financial system where intelligence and money become deeply connected. For thousands of years, money has been a tool humans use. In the future, money could become a tool that software uses too. And once machines can earn, spend, negotiate, and transfer value independently, the global economy could begin operating at a speed and scale that humans have never experienced before. That doesn't mean humans disappear from the economy. It means the role of humans could change. Instead of manually controlling every transaction, we may define goals. Instead of deciding every payment, we may establish rules. Instead of managing every investment, we may supervise intelligent systems. And instead of asking whether AI will replace money, we may eventually ask a much stranger question. What happens when money itself becomes intelligent? Because the future of finance may not be about AI controlling money. It may be about AI and money becoming part of the same system. And when that happens, the most valuable currency may not simply be the one that is scarce. It may be the one that can think, adapt, and interact with the world around it. The age of digital money has already begun. The next stage could be the age of intelligent money, and if that future arrives, the biggest financial revolution may not be the invention of another cryptocurrency. It may be the moment money stops being passive and starts acting on its own.